Okay, folks, thank you for joining. Welcome to the first of our online workout sessions based from here from Suffolk 1 in Ipswich. We are going to do today a pyramid workout. We're going to do 5 exercises. We're going to do 4 of them, then 6, 8, 10, back down to 8, 6, and 4 again. If you're doing this in your own time, by all means add a few more to it as well. I'm going to get you warmed up using squats and lunges with a few little arm movements, and the squat and lunge will become 2 of our first exercises as well. So if you make sure you've got a little bit of room around you, if you're doing this from home, hit pause when required if you need to as well. Make sure you're hydrated as you go. We're going to start off with a squat as a warm-up. Feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. Keep your face and neck looking forward. Hands out in front. We're just going to squat a little way down, not a full squat, and back up. Just from the side so we can see, I'm not doing a full squat. My hands are there for balance. Sticking my hips out behind me. Starting to warm up the main muscles of my legs and also my glutes, which is my backside. From here, we are going to be using our upper body a little bit as well. So I'm going to ask you to doing a side lat raise, bringing the muscles in the shoulders. It's a little bit of a warm up. We have 2 more. Keep the squat technique as you're going, pushing your hips back behind you. Shoulder press, hands go up in front. Again, just getting a range of motion across the shoulders as well as our hips and our knees. I'm going to bring a little punch action as well. Starting to warm up the elbow joints, muscles across the back of the arm, the tricep, a little bit of chest as well. Squat remains the same. Should find heart rate starting to raise just a little bit. 2 more. Have a little combination, side, side, shoulder, shoulder, punch, punch, side, side, shoulder, shoulder, punch, punch. We'll go back to the squats properly with a longer range of motion. We are going to work on the lunge a little part and use this as a way of warming up a little bit further our lower limbs, but also our core region as well. For a lunge, you need to step yourself forward, sink down, so both the front leg and back leg will be at a right angle. Step back, same with the other leg. Step forward, sink down. Because we're using this part as a warm-up, once we've sunk down, turn each side twice and back up. Sink down, both sides, twice and back up. Couple more. How far you twist will depend on your range of motion, mobility across your hips. Okay, so we're going to do 5 exercises. First one is going to be a sumo squat. We're going to do it 4 times. I'll demonstrate it to you first, and then I will ask you to have a go at 4 before I introduce the other exercises. Sumo squat, similar to what we've just done. Feet wider apart. Keep looking forward, back nice and straight. Engage the core. Sink yourself down, pushing your bottom out behind you, and back up. Keep looking forward, bottom back behind you, and up. I'd like to do 4 of those from there, please. And 4. Onto the lunge, which is going to be our second exercise. Just as we were before, sink forward, sink down, right angle front leg, right angle back leg, push back up, that's 1, sink down, 2, forward and down, 3, forward and down, 4. Third exercise, plank with a lateral move. And when we're in the full pyramid properly, we're going to speed these up a little bit. Plank with a lateral move is going into effectively a push-up position. I tend to be on my knuckles. I find it more comfortable. Others may prefer to be flat hands. That's fine. So my plank position, arms are straight below my shoulders, back's nice and straight. Tense the glutes, which will give you a nice straight line. Transfer the weight onto the left arm, wave your arm out to the right, bring it back down again, out to the other side and back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. from here, we hold this position and take it into a mountain climber. This is where we hold exactly the same plank position. Knee comes up towards the elbow and back. 2, 3, 4. The last exercise we're going to do is the crunch. So whilst the plank does engage the whole core section, the crunch will mean that we're needing to do the main part of our rectus abdominis, so the stomach. Legs normally bent. That will allow you to keep the natural curvature in your spine. Easiest version is hands forward, up onto your knees and back. Little gap between the neck and your chin. Make it a bit harder is to have them across. To make it harder still, it is elbows out by the side of your head. Harder still is hands behind. The range of motion is reasonably short. I've done more than 4, but we'll do 4 formally now. And 4. So they're the 5 exercises. We've already done the first round of 4. So at this stage, we're now going to go into 6, 8, 10, 8, 6, and 4. As we're going along, feel free to change between easier and harder versions as we need. So we're going to go straight now, sumo squat, 6 of them. And 6. Straight into a lunge. Think about all the coaching points from before. Knees at right angles. If you have knee discomfort in any way from previous injuries, just don't sink down quite as low. If you have mobility problems, perhaps hold onto a chair. Whatever works for you. Excuse me. 6. Plank and lateral move. Plank position. Arms straight beneath. Engage core. Weight transfer one side to the other. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Mountain climber, knee up to elbow, 1. I'm keeping these nice and controlled, not too fast, not like a squat thrust from days of old. Keep them nice and controlled, think about that plank position. 5, 6, and on with your crunch. Same as before, if you need to adjust them as they get harder, hands across my chest as the middle position. Nice controlled range of motion. And 6. Start to ramp it up a little bit now. We are on to sumo squats times 8. Nice wide stance, back nice and straight. If you're finding these quite easy, you can always sink down just a little bit further. Perhaps you've got dumbbells at home, you could hold those. Got a power bag in the boot of your car, by all means use that one as well. And my counting is not always the best, I'm not the maths teacher. Straight on to lunge. 8, 1, 2. Again, you can make these significantly harder by holding a couple of dumbbells or weighted objects. If you have a barbell, you could always put it across the back of your neck. And 8. Onto plank. Hold that plank position. Nice push up, nice straight, tense the glutes. 8. Again, if you want to make these harder, if you had a couple of dumbbells, a Dynaband, any of this could make it a little bit harder. And 8. Straight there into mountain climber, maintain that plank position, knee up to elbow. Nice controlled. Seven and 8. Roll over for our crunch. Again, if you're finding them easy from here, move your hands back. and 8. Good work. If you're finding any of these difficult, you have the benefit of hitting the pause button. Don't forget, feel free to do so. So that was 8, on to our 10s. Squats. If you're finding them hard, don't go quite as far down. If you find them easy, slightly longer range of motion. Let's go. 2. Keep my back nice and straight, sinking those hips out behind me. Lunge. On for our 10s. Keep them going. If you need to slow them down, then slow them down. If you need to pause for water in between, pause for water. This is your workout. 2 more. Plank. Hold plank, keep tight, head looking neutrally down. 10 of these. Keep engaging that core throughout. The transition of the weight will make it a little bit harder. Think about keeping that stomach tense the whole way. Two more each side. Mountain climb. Keep that posture, back nice and straight. Two more aside. On to abs. Again, if you need to make it easier or harder, standard, easier. 5 to go. Fantastic. The advantage of the pyramid, we went 4, 6, 8, 10. We're coming back down again. Side on, just so you make sure you see the technique. Sumo, wide stance and squat. Three to go. Grab your water if you need, in between. 8 lunges. Don't forget, this is your workout. Make it harder or easier as you feel like. 2 left. Onto our plank and lateral move. If you have yourself a dumbbell or an ankle weight, it works quite nicely. Wrist weight, of course. 8 of these. 2. Keep that stomach engaged. Think about tensing in, tense around the glutes. One more each side. Mountain climb times 8. Think about your range of motion. Can you get that elbow up to your knee? And crunch. 4 to go. Okay, back to our 6s. Starting to warm up here as well. If I ever lose count, stick in 1 for luck. Lunge, 6. Muhammad Ali was quoted once as saying, the only reps that count are the ones that are painful. Count them from there. Not particularly scientific, but who's to disagree with the great man? Plank. Two more aside. mountain climb. Knee right up to the elbow. 4 more to go. Keep it going. Your shoulders may well have the ache here as much as your core. Into stomach, 6 crunches. If you're finding them okay, make them a little bit harder. And last round. I'm suggesting 4. If you want to make them harder or do more, then do it. If you're doing this in your own time, why not work your way back up to 10 again if you feel so inclined. 2 to go. Lunge. Into plank. 4 aside. Last little bit. Keep that stomach engaged. Tense your glutes. It's okay if your shoulders are aching as well. 4 mountain climbs. Think about the control. Head still looking down. Still be a plank. Final one with the crunches. This is your last bit. Give them whatever you have. Nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. And just for fun, I'd like to hold it there. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Feel the tension in your stomach. 4 pulses. And relax. That is about 20 minutes of a relatively demanding workout. If you want to make it harder, hold on to dumbbells. Use ankle weights, use resistance bands, have what is available. Repeat it. Go 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, up as high as you like. Hopefully it gave you a nice little workout. Hopefully you can join us for the next one. Thank you.